Are we recording? We're recording? Okay, I just started a game. This is Zen mode, so I don't know who my opponent is. I like the Smith-Morra gambit. Yeah, usually I've been playing knight f3. I'm trying to mix up my openings a bit. Now, do I do it this way or do I do it that way? I forget. Let's just do the normal one. Yeah, Smith-Morra gambit is usually pretty decent. Definitely. Oh, okay, we got it. We got the serious Smith-Morra gambit. Here we go. My opponent's like game on. Yeah, I remember playing this in a tournament versus an IM, and yeah, I nearly won. I am got a draw. Seemed pretty happy getting that draw. So is that the right move? I think I just do that. Here, castle, queen air, rook across, and bishop to one of these squares maybe, and then we've got options of this. We're doing this version. Now remind me, is it still here? I think it's still, you still do that because you got this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna put it there. I just develop normally. Yeah. So that one I've never been afraid of, right? Because we get opposite colored bishops, and well, opposite colored bishops favor the attacker. So, all right, enjoy. All right, so you're playing knight there. Why are you playing knight there? Because, do you want an early pawn push? Is that the idea? You got this. So your idea is take, pawn push, take, maybe. So that's my normal move. I mean, maybe it's still okay. So take, pawn push, rook across, attacking the pawn, your knight's pinned, get your castle. No, that seems alright. Alright, so what about pawn push? And if you get this pawn push and I take en passant, maybe. But maybe you're allowing that. Knight here looks interesting, hitting that square. And what's your bishop doing over there? Unclear. And yeah, knight there, immediately threatening there. What if you do pawn push? And do I do pawn push? Maybe I just move here. But you're going to hit my knight. Oh, are these lines, right? Yeah, remind me. Knight there. So if you take with the knight, take there, it should be right. But if you take with the pawn takes, hitting this knight. Where's that knight going? Is that the right line? Do I do knight there immediately, or do I do this? Maybe I do this one. Take. Where does your knight go? It's like, so here, take. You do have to move your knight. So knight here. And then, so you've got issues with that, but pawn push. So let's say knight here, check. So you can't block, you have to go king there. Or here, take, knight there, queen there. No, that's defended. It does hit your bishop. Take. Knight there, hitting my bishop. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't like that at all. I don't want to play that right now then. Do I do this one? So take, pawn push, rook across, maybe? So 1, 2, 3 attackers, 3 defenders. Sort of, because that one's pinned. Your castle. So maybe I take. What do you do? Take with the pawn. Yeah, let's just do that one. It makes the most sense to me. I don't think I'm, or maybe I just pin it. I'm not sure if that's 100% the best move. We'll figure it out at the end of the game. But it does mean this sort of thing is on the table now. All right, it's now off the table. Here. Pin. Pawn push. What's the move? Is pawn push an option? So pawn push, if you do this, I guess I have to take. And you take with the queen or a rook or something. I'm not so keen on that. Maybe I'll just do this immediately. Not too concerned about getting the bishop pair. Let's just do that. I don't know, that seems sensible. I'm not 100% sure. But you have to think about this and this. Pawn push. Maybe I can take with the knight or something wacky like that as well. Might not work. No, not in this line. Not with the king castled. I need to play more interesting lines. I've played the Caracan as black for a lot of the time. It's a little bit boring. The main problem is it's like, okay, it's kind of effective. It's not bad. It's very solid. But when you get strong opponents, it's kind of drawish. Like, all right, yeah, your pawn structure remains solid and your opponent just doesn't blunder things everywhere. Yeah. If you're against a weak opponent, then you just wait and they'll blunder something. If you're against a strong opponent, you have to kind of make them blunder. What are you going to do? So this bishop's bad. This square's a bit weak. Are you going to come in? Take. You can probably take this, right? Then that gives me this line at least. Yeah, so I think I should revamp my repertoire. Maybe I shouldn't play things like the Smith-Morra gambit. If I want to play it in a tournament, I have played in tournaments, doing all right. But it is a bit of a risk. Are you going to do it? Take, pawn push. That's what you're calculating, right? There's not much else, I think. That's like, all right, you do that. I move my bishop, I think. Or here. No, I think I move it here. So take, here, take. I think I take. So what are you going to take with? The knight, is it? Pawn? Well, maybe I think I do take it. Maybe you want to take with the pawn to get this bishop active. So maybe I shouldn't take. So take here. Maybe I'll just drop back. Because it's still pinned. It means you have to keep your pieces here and here to defend. Very hard to unpin. Yeah, that might be more sensible. All right, what else is black doing? Black's thinking. Pawn push, I can take this pawn, right? Maybe I should provoke the pawn push. Because this pawn is pinned currently. So if you do something like this, that looks pretty strong. I'm not sure you'd want to take that. Almost certainly you won't want to take it. Yeah, this is what happens in the Smith-Morra gambit. It's like you end up with this and this, and it's like they're there on the board. They count as pieces on your side, but you've got to figure out what to do with them. And that's the challenge. You've got to figure out a way to activate them. So, and you're constantly calculating things like this, lines where I create a battery, lines where I get a really nice outpost. But that seems like a sensible move here. I don't know. Because usually I like to pin here. And then, so usually you kind of provoke something like this. So with the pin there, you get a knight in there. It's usually pretty juicy. But this seems like a strong play. I don't think I played the optimal moves throughout. We'll have to look it up after the game. All right. So pawn push is a move. I can just prevent guard there. That's interesting. You're aiming at that square. So what about that? Here, check. So maybe you want to move your queen. Where would you move your queen? Here? Or at least eyeing that. Then you have to deal with that, which I do not think you wish to do so. Pawn push looks tempting, because now it's much more unpleasant. You remove the knight from there. It's much more unpleasant. Pawn push, what are you going to do? What's your move? I don't even see a move. Do you take? Bishop there makes sense, just activating the bishop. If you go there, then you have to deal with this, and I don't think you have a good reply. And then I got this sort of thing going on as well. Here, maybe you play queen there. That makes more sense to me. And maybe I just bring a rook in. And the other option is here. Is it worth it? Here, take. That looks pretty weak. So I'm threatening this sort of thing, right? That's quite a strong pawn there. Is it? You can attack it a third time. So then I jump in here. Maybe that's fine. So here, maybe you take, then attack this pawn a third time. Not sure, because I can do this. Let's just do this. I don't know if it's the best move, but it's putting pressure on my opponent. That looks very tempting, but I guess my opponent has seen not to play that. I just like, wow, look at that. But then you can take this. So that's probably better, isn't it? Here, take, take, take. Maybe I can still play it though. But are you hanging in there or something? I don't know. So I'm guessing you're going to take. You put the bishop here. So if you don't take, what's the bishop doing there? Yeah, it does defend this square. So are you going to go take, take, queen here, and then I think I do here, and just plonk my queen bishop there. That seems pretty strong. If you do that immediately, I don't think you want to allow me to do that. It's just not going to be any good, right? Yeah, this is what happens when you're black. It's really hard to find an active move in a lot of lines. You're just kind of like, okay, here, here, here. I am a pawn up, and yeah. So what's your concession? Do you give me the two bishops? This bishop's not great. Where should I put it? Here? Here? Maybe I should move it. This bishop hasn't found its square yet either. So the knight's guarding here. It does play a role in preventing knight invading. Alright, pause for a second. I need the bathroom. Alright, where were we? No, my opponent still hasn't moved. I'm a bit of a fan of the Smith-Morra gambit. It's quite challenging for your opponent. I feel like maybe if black was super prepared or something, maybe they'll do all right. Yeah. So I'm using Zen mode. I do not know how strong my opponent is. Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe that's not the appropriate thing to say. I guess we'll play this game. I mean, they haven't made any obvious blunders or anything like that. So at least I know that they're not a complete newbie. This move is pretty strong. It's just like, yeah, your bishop has nothing. Yeah. Where's this bishop going? It really wants to go to that square. If I go here, it blocks the defense of there. Alternatively, it could go to this square. But I'd need to move this. Yeah. So it's a little tricky to find active moves for me as well. I haven't... Is that an option? I hadn't thought about that, but that could be an option. So h4, with the idea of h5, maybe you'll stop me immediately. But then this is even more powerful. So black naturally wants to develop, right? So could they fianchetto this bishop? Then you have to deal with this. And if you take this, then you have to deal with this. So you've got... Black has problems they're facing. They do get the ability to choose which problem to face. Yeah. I, of course, have the problem that I'm down a pawn. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the best option. Maybe just sensible move like that. I kind of like how it sort of sets this trap. Is this even more powerful now? Because it sets the trap and I can grab here as well. All right, I guess I take back. Not much else to think about there. So what's your plan? Thing is, you have to deal with this. So we talked about this. The plan was here. Which looks decent. So my queen defends the bishop, so I don't have to stress about that. But you can attack it. And if it runs away, you attack that. Here, hitting the rook. Rook moves, say, here. And then I go in, boom. And how are you going to dislodge that bishop? This is the thing, right? You've given up dark square control. Almost in its entirety. So here, are you going to sacrifice the exchange? Is that your idea? No, maybe here, that takes... Ah, maybe that is a move. I didn't calculate that. So you take this way, you reveal an attack on the bishop here. So maybe that is a move. Here. All right, so bishop here. No, I've got a little in-between move here, don't I? Hold on. You take there? No, I may have miscalculated. Here. So, all right, maybe I'll take, and you probably want to take that way. And then I go bishop here, queen takes. What do I take? Do I take the knight, maybe? Maybe I take the knight with the queen. He's still hitting your rook. Your rook moves What else have we got on the table? Here, you're going to take like that. What if we do that immediately? You can play queen takes bishop. Then I play knight here. Does that change anything? No, well it does, because I dropped my queen. So here, what if I just take the rook and then move my bishop back? So if you take queen, and then I just say I'm up in exchange, that seems to work. And if you take the rook in some way, then I just move away. It's not the greatest exchange of all time, but I think, yeah, you may get 2 pawns for it. So you're going to take like that, aren't you? If you take like that, I can just take that, right? And maybe it's best to swap off those. Take. And if you do knight takes, I'm not sure. Here. Knight takes. Where does my bishop go? So maybe I do want to have this square for my bishop. Or maybe take. What if I just drop back? So I'm hitting the rook. If you move the rook, I fork. Yeah, maybe that's fine, right? So knight takes, knight takes, knight takes. So knight takes, bishop back. So I have 2 threats. I have threat 1 forking and threat 2 just taking the rook, and I don't think you can stop both of them. Maybe you just take here and you let me do this. Does seem very dangerous. All right, so take. Can I could do this. No, I don't want to do that. So nice, that's a nice bishop. I could defend a bishop. So if you take then this, maybe, but then you can drop back and hit my rook. And there's this. I don't know. I feel like dropping back is probably fine. Not 100% sure, really. If I take, you must take with the knight. You take with the queen, I take a knight. Actually, that's not true. So you're going to take. If you take with the queen, I can take this, but then I lose my bishop. Maybe I'm just happy with that position. I don't know. Here. Maybe just dropping back is fine. And you take this pawn. It still defends here. Oh, no, because that wins a piece. You can't take that pawn. Which means it might be worth doing that. So dropping back. So this pawn is poisoned. And there's no shenanigans. I get a piece. You can do check, but I take with the pawn. Okay. So take back. All right. So I have this threat and this threat. Maybe you just accept. And I'll take that. Maybe that's the correct option. All right, so dropping back, take that. Sneaky. All right, bishop back. I'm 2 pawns down. I got nice bishops. Does my bishop have a better square? Not really. Just drop back here. And you need to stop. That threat seems more powerful than giving up the exchange. So I get an exchange. Is it good? I'm not sure. Yeah, that one you take. And yeah, I can take, but it's not that great. I don't want to give up too much. So we have an imbalanced game. Maybe I should have gone there and just aimed at this pawn. I don't know. This just seems like a more stable square. Hitting the rook, hitting here. So I think that's a good move. That's a good move. Just you just let me take the exchange. Something like that. And this pawn's not great. So maybe I should go here, defending the pawn and making it hard to push this pawn. You can do things like that, can't you? All right, sorry. All right, at least we have some interesting imbalances. I'm not convinced I'm better here, even if I get the exchange. So here, 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 or here. I could do pawn push. No, it's just the same thing. I can't take. I'm on reflex mode, so you can do this pawn push, can't you? Here, what do you do? I don't know. Pawn takes here. Play it, come on. And then I get the full piece. You do get 3 pawns for it, so it's not absolutely perfect, but yeah. And you probably play that and mess up my pawns. Aha, that's clever. That's clever. All right, what do we do? Why didn't I think about that? All right, so this remains defended. This is not on the table anymore. Taking, yeah, I guess is the move. And do we go in here? It would be nice to distract the queen, but it doesn't seem possible. I think I just take it. So do I do something like this? Maybe. Because that's pretty weak if that pawn wasn't there. Pawn push. Knight moves somewhere. Knight. Oh, that's a good outpost, isn't it? Pawn push, knight there, pawn push. So if you take, then I take this with the rook and you no longer have the aforementioned outpost. And if you don't take with the pawn, yeah. Or maybe I should just do a whole bunch of exchanges on there, here. So you probably trade with, and mine rooks are doing all right. So that's a little weak. Can I do anything with that? I could just point my bishop at it. It's not important. So I do need some targets. So here I do have to worry about this check, but at the moment it's unconcerning. So here you're going to go there, which is a powerful knight. Maybe I just take. And if you take with the pawn, I think I can attack it. I need to defend this pawn too, don't if you go back, I think I'll just do that. Maybe I will take and you get that, but that becomes a bit weak. Yeah, I think we do this. It's in the spirit of the opening, right? Knight there, I think I take it. I don't really see a future along here. I see a future if this opens up, I can assure you. So here, I think take. Yeah. And if you drop back, I think I just push and try to create some targets. Yeah, all right, so let's calculate here. My opponent's pretty strong, so I don't know if they will play this. They're going to see what I see. So take, let's say pawn push, pawn takes, and I'm like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, maybe that's just almost losing, because I won't be able to play queen here. You can't develop your bishop. Maybe you have to bring your king in or something like this. Yeah, next move you can develop the bishop. Oh, maybe that's not so bad. Not as bad as I first thought. So here, here, here. Maybe I'll play queen here, hitting the queen. I just want to make it so you cannot develop that bishop. And if you can't develop the bishop, you cannot develop the rook. And if you can't develop those pieces, wow. Yeah, and ideally I get like check and that. And I support it and destroy my opponent. It's not the end of the world because you can kind of do this and swap off. I have the exchange, but yeah, in the end game, does it favor me or not? It kind of depends. If this bishop gets to a massively powerful square, maybe I'll be done for. But if my rooks become super active, and they have the potential to become super active. Oh, why didn't I play rook here? Oh, because you do this. Yeah, I was seeing this, and you move away, and then I just take this. But if you go there, that whole line was nothing. Yeah, because I could not take the pawn. So presumably the knight's going to move. No, that's not an option. So pick a square. Let's go systematic here. So I'm guessing here, here, here are just total blunders. So there are your options. If you go here, you're kind of making that even harder again. Getting a bishop out. This makes a lot of sense. Oh, you've also got the check. How concerned am I about the check? I feel like I should just do that. Sooner or later, yeah. And it means you're no longer aiming at that. Here it hits the pawn. Actually, you do win a pawn, do you? Not really. So I want to do that. And if you take... Yeah, I don't think you should do that, but I don't know. Like, it's not like I'm the kind of person that's afraid to gambit a pawn for initiative. I played the Smith-Morra, didn't I? So here, okay, you did play that one. So I'm planning on taking. Is there anything else worth thinking about? I don't have to take immediately. You don't have any good entry. So maybe I should leave it for now. And if you play something like that, then you have to deal with this sort of thing. No. All right. Pawn push looks very natural. So let's just say you play bishop there. So pawn takes. No, I don't know. I like this opening up, so I'm going to take. I want my rook nice and active, one way or another. Now I think here, if you take with the pawn, you take with the queen, I take your queen, right? And then I check and whoa. So I think you're almost certainly going to take with the pawn. And that makes this not very weak. It was weak before, and now I've got 2 on 3 on this side, but it's kind of hard to get a passer. I got 4 on 3 on this side, also not especially easy to make a passer. So here I might try to swap off queens. Here, oh, hold on, I can just attack the pawn with the rook, simultaneously preparing to double up. Oh, I didn't even realize how powerful that was. So rook here also defends there. Yeah, so here, and it blocks the check as well. I can take. Is that good? Rook there looks pretty powerful. Defending this pawn. Preparing to double up, just attacking, simply attacking the pawn. Maybe you defend it like that, and I just double up. Maybe you want to pin and then I unpin. Yeah, that looks strong. That looks very strong. Yeah, let's do that. So if you pin, I just unpin. So you could do this, but I'll probably just swap off queens, try to swap off queens one way or another. Or maybe you should do that to activate that bishop and just give up a pawn. No, we're defending. You get this, that also activates the bishop, but that's pretty strong. Here, you got the check. Maybe I can just go there and swap queens. All right. Look at that. Look at that. So that is scary. But if you do that, that is scary. You can grab here. I grab here. Yeah. Here. Here, I'm kind of expecting a check. Yeah. Getting rooks on the 7th would be quite devastating, I think. Here. So you have these checks. You're not going to take that because I just get a free bishop. Here, you could move there. Then I just put the other rook in. You don't have the checkmate threat. Why not? I don't think you're taking a pawn. You'll probably play one of the checks, I'm guessing. That's not scary. Just because I'm going to come in with the second one as well. Your queen's almost trapped. Check. I want to swap off queens. And if I can double up on the 7th, whoa, I'm just going to eat everything. I didn't think about this move. I mean, it could have been interesting. But I don't know. That seems very strong. What can I say? My opponent is thinking, running out of time, in fact. Yeah, I think I just want to swap off queens. Why not? Because then you have to defend the bishop or move it. And I don't think you have a good square to move it to. What do you do? What do I do if I go there? Can't defend it. You have to move it again. And I'm going to come in. So let's just swap off queens. So I'm threatening to take your queen, so I think the exchange is pretty forced. Oh, what's that? I did not consider this move. That's not a bad move, is it? If I take the queen, yeah, if I take the queen, then it opens up your rook. But let's calculate. Take, 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 take. Hitting there. Take, take. Looks pretty drawish. You're more active than me, but we're all going to be gobbling up pawns. You end up a pawn up. Not a fan of that. Take, take. All right, what about this? Hold on. Here, no, you take with check. And this one is nothing. And here, you can take it. So pawn push, you can't take the pawn. You exchange queens, but you still can't take the pawn because you've got to worry about that. And yeah, that's okay. Here, you can attack my rook. I plan to take. And if you take back with the bishop, I'm fine. And if you don't, I'm going to come in here. Here. Are you planning on doing something like that? I'm not sure, because that's also a thing. So let's do that. And again, I'm probably going to recapture the queen if my opponent takes my queen with check. So, yeah. So if I take here, it momentarily... Oh, look at that. Yeah, so that's not scary because I take it here. I take, and I threaten checkmate. And I defend the rook. Look at that. So that's probably a blunder. That's just a total blunder, right? Your bishops are hanging. If you take that, I get checkmate. Okay, so that's out. King here, I do the same thing, threatening checkmate. No, not threatening checkmate because my queen is pinned. So here you can take, and I just gobble up this. And that's okay for me, I think. Because it does threaten skewers and so on. I like this move. Strong move, I think. We'll do an analysis afterwards, and I want to see, was that the engine's top move? I don't have time to think about that. Don't have any reason to even think. So here, take. Maybe you take with the bishop. Here. I mean, this is an option as well. All right, take. I could take bishop, but maybe I'm not in a hurry. I must admit, I don't mind opening that up to that check. So maybe take. Do you take with the bishop, do you? And then I go here and hit here. Maybe king there. Oh, here. Here. Take, take. Take. Oh, you're going to come check and hit here. All right. So why don't I just come here and defend the pawn? Like taking is taking an option, because I can just simply defend that, sort of. My opponent has counterplay. take, king here, here. So maybe I'm not afraid of them taking that pawn. So if they do that, then check, and I come in. Maybe that's the right move. King there. Oh, I should have calculated that really. Alright, so king here, here, check. Oh, you can take that. Then I attack it. Yeah, that's unconcerning because I'm coming in that way too. That's the check I want, but not the check I deserve. This is a really interesting game. My king is more active, which means, but this rook could become very active very soon. I think there I just ignore it. There, I think I just ignore it as well. And like if you take that pawn, all right. So you did do that. I was planning on here. Are you going to go there? Is that the idea? I'm not sure. So I can take that one as well. So defending here. Why would you go there? So taking there looks very tempting. This is all sorts of things here. Like it does threaten check there. So if I go here, do you have to play that? And I grab that, hit your bishop. Resigned? Oh, all right. That one looks strong. That one looks strong as well. I'm not sure if it's time to resign. Maybe my opponent required a lot of time. All right, let's analyze. Pause for a second while I get up the screen. All right, so now I know my opponent's rating. It's not on the screen. What have I done? Oh, I need to, yep, sorry, here it is. Yeah, 2274, so they're higher rated than me. Wow, like this is why I use Zen mode, because I would not be pushing for the win, maybe, if I knew that they were so highly rated. All right, in classical, yeah. So the computer is saying I am crushing here, and yeah. So probably all the moves are winning. Probably both of those are crushing, but all right. Let's see what we got. Smith-Morra gambit. I like it. I shouldn't play it. Like, maybe, I don't know. This is just normal development. So this can be annoying because that's the main move in the Smith-Morra gambit. Do I have a better move? Not especially. Bishop e2. I don't know. The main downside of this is you have a bad bishop, and that bishop was a bit of an issue. Bishop c4, bishop b4. Like, all right, so you're going to take, and then I get the two bishops, and you have dark squared weaknesses. So I've got compensation in that sense. I could tell throughout the game my opponent was pretty strong. Yeah. Here, QE2, here. Now, so what we're all, where was I? Here. Now so e5, d5 is not a move here. It just loses a pawn. Oh, maybe so. Take. D5, not a move, right? Take. No, it's just terrible here. So knight there. Computer really likes that move. I looked at it, but like, what happens if something like that? H6, bishop h4, castle. I mean, it's okay. Black has a slight advantage, but it's a gambit line, so having a slight advantage means white's done their thing. So castle. So I did queen there. So is it a move now? So let's see. D5. So take. Oh. Are you seriously? So we need to get the move order right. So here, what if you take first? Take D5. So the computer says bishop here and whoop-de-doo. I'm still down a pawn, but it's equal, which means I've got compensation for the pawn. Why is it playing h6? So if you castle, that just becomes weak. Is that the idea? I don't know. It's just another game, it looks like. Here, here. Here. So is that a move? It seems to be the reason why you'd play that, right? You want to get in d5, take, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Oh, it's a free pawn. So before you do that, you have to prep it with this. Do you do that? Bishop d3, apparently that's just fine. The computer thinks that's fine. All right. So they're both, those options are on the table. It's just a different game. Queen e7 looked very reasonable, just because my rook's pointing to queen. Take, take, yeah. So take, take, queen e7. And this became quite tactical. Yeah, I'm not sure. Did the computers comment on my move? So computer says this is not the best move. So that was my alternative, and that was the top engine move. Bishop e3 looks pretty wussy. a3, I'm not going to play that. That would be my alternative. Yeah, that's one issue. All right. Bishop takes, queen there. So bishop a3 was correct. Oh, no, get rid of the engine. No engine. No engine, we're analyzing. Here, here. So this honestly seemed fine for black. That was a good move. That was the strongest move, right? That was absolutely the strongest move. Yeah, d5, among the strongest move. Knight back. I said knight there was okay. Maybe this one's better because the queen's still hitting this pawn. I don't know. d5 seemed to be the best option. Take, take. I did f4. Computer disputes f4. I mentioned this, but I only noticed it after I played f4. Because, yeah, if you move, I'm going to take the pawn, right? So here, I do not take the pawn. Do I not take that pawn? Because you take that pawn? Just out of curiosity. Oh, because it's tactically a problem. Wow, that's terrible. All right, where were we? So then I'm pretty happy with what I played. f5 makes a lot of sense. f4 makes a lot of sense. Like it opens up this, but okay. Knight g6 was the top move. Saying white has a slight advantage. I'm still a pawn down, am I not? Oh no, I'm not a material equality now, but it's material imbalanced. Black has a very decent center, and I need to do something about that. Knight c4. Yeah. So that looks like it was a mistake. The reason it's a mistake is because this. And it's like, thanks, that's my open file. That's not your open file, that's my open file. Take. Yeah, we talked about this. You can't take with the queen because here, and something like this probably. Maybe you're okay. Do you survive? Oh, you start giving up pawns, don't you? So, I mean, my instinct is to be more active, but so I just take that pawn, hit this pawn. It's still saying you're just giving up 2 pawns. Computers are weird. Please explain this move. Why aren't you protecting pawns? Oh, I just go back. And maybe I just exchange and say, all right, now I am in exchange up, and yes, you have an extra pawn, but my rook greater than your bishop. Okay, fair enough. It gave me a question mark that looked really strong. So yeah, I remember mentioning this. Defending war. I was like, maybe you should do that. That does look decent. And yeah, the computer kind of agrees. Like, sure, I win a pawn. Oh, or exchange here. But look at that bishop. That's an amazing bishop. There's no pawn going to dislodge it. That's an amazing bishop. And you'll exchange off rooks, or at least a pair of rooks. Will you not? Maybe. Oh. So basically the bishop even stops that. Rook stops there, so it's not urgent. But maybe you can just zigzag in here and that'll work. So b5 was a blunder. Or not a blunder, a mistake, according to the computer. All right, b5. It just greedy. Computer says I should play here. It gives me a mistake for this one. So here, oh, I didn't even see that. So I saw that and I thought, oh, okay. And I didn't even realize I could just grab a pawn. Do I really want to go pawn grabbing? All right. No, I just missed it. Here, I just thought rook there. Doubling up would be pretty strong. I didn't realize there were stronger moves. Here makes a lot of sense. Here, I want to exchange queens. Computer says bishop d5, which was the move played, which was yeah, when I saw it, it's like, oh, that's pretty strong, isn't it? Good move. Here, so f5 was the correct move, and it's the only move which gives me an advantage. All right. So I saw that. That's the computer's top move. I was planning on taking, and you take with the bishop, do you? And then I have to go back. Here. Looks kind of drawish, really. I don't know. I've still got the rooks. Here. What can I do? Should you not take it? Because I'm coming in here, hitting here. My pieces are just more active. So taking, computer doesn't like. a5. a5 makes a lot of sense to me. What's the computer's move? King e8. I'm unsure about that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I definitely want to take that. And then you have to deal with this and this. So you can have a pawn chain, defend it passively, but do you really want to? Do you really want a pawn chain, really? All right. So I thought king e3 was strong. Computer says a3 is a better choice, but that looks sensible to me. Taking this pawn made no sense to me at all. So maybe my opponent just ran out of time. Because their clock is very, what have I got? 2 minutes left on the clock. And maybe they're just a long thinker. That made no sense to me because like that's the obvious move, right? And like that doesn't really mean anything. I can do this, I could take there or whatever. I suppose I should take with the one, that rook. Getting 2 rooks on the 7th would be bad. So I had to kind of weigh them up. That one. So here you're kind of talking about how do you prevent checkmate? How do you prevent all sorts of things? Here you have to move here. That's also very strong. Because can I just grab this and just cause havoc in one way or another? Yeah. So here, let's see what the computer does. I'm not playing rook there. Why? Oh, rook there is smarter than it looks. Because if take. All right. All right. What's a more normal move? Here. So check. Am I just exchanging off rooks? Oh yeah, that makes sense. And just saying, yeah, I'm going to gobble up at least one pawn here, am I not? So I think I would take with the rook. The computer likes that. Not that square, this square. That makes sense. All right, yeah. But anyway, my opponent resigned unexpectedly, like made this move and then resigned. I think that's not too unreasonable, but it really depends on their playing style. If they absolutely need like a minute to think about each move, yeah. But it does seem a little early for my taste. So the computer just swaps off rooks here, exchanges off rooks, and just says it's winning. It's still not that easy a win. I'd still have to think. So it is a bit early. So can we get rid of the analysis? Not really. All right. Well, that was an interesting game at least. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next game. TTFN!